Welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, and welcome back if you are returning. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. So, from today's title, you know that we're talking about your ex is not your enemy. And if you ever forget anything, remember I said your ex is not and never your enemy. Just let them go. So I know you've had probably one ex. Some don't have exes. They are that lucky. Some have like 5 exes, some have 10, 20 exes, 30 exes. You can imagine. But still, I want you to understand that when I'm talking about an ex, let me just define it. I'm talking about someone who you really, really loved and someone who you think hurt you, someone who you think wronged you, someone who you have probably a baby with, someone who you were going to get married to, someone who you got married to and are no longer together. Yeah, that's the kind of ex I'm talking about. And my message is just that they're not your enemy no matter what they did to you. And if you're not careful, how you feel toward them can control your life. You know, you end up always frustrated, always bitter over what they did, always angry, yeah, and always jealous over whatever will be happening in their lives. And so I'm just going to share a little story with you about one ex that I had at some point in my life. I'm not going to say where, when, who, how, but we didn't end things well. And so one day, um, I'm in my room. I just opened this little wallet that I hadn't used in months, and then realized I have this little picture of him that I had, and he gave me when he was doubting whether to give me or not, because he was like, this is so dear to me, this is the only one that I have, should I give you? And then he said, oh, okay, let me just give you. And then he gave me, and so I realized I have it and maybe he needs it. So I went ahead to send him a message, and I said, hi, I still have that little picture, do you need it? And he said, yes, I do. And that's why I thought it was going to be like that, because I wanted to be nice, because I don't see the reason why we should be hating each other. We didn't work out, but should we be hating each other? No. So he was like, ah, yeah. And then we talked about the photo, and then he was like, I also need that jacket. He mentioned about a jacket. I'm like, a jacket that you gave me? Why would you need something that you gave me? Because for me, I'm not the kind of ex who's going to be, when we break up, I take all the clothes that you bought for me or gave me, and I'm going to throw them in the trash bin or ban them. No, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to relax, wear that t-shirt on, and get over it. And remember, we broke up, we are done. So I'm like, why do you want me to give you back the clothes that you gave me? And then he's like, when people are about to get married, they exchange clothes and they're so significant and you need to return them back. I'm like, no, we didn't exchange clothes where it's done officially at my auntie's house. So if you know it, it's normally done in Zimbabwe. I don't know in other places. So he's like, yeah, it's so significant. You know how significant it is. And then I was like, we didn't do that. And then he said, so I want you to, I need it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you back the things that you gave me. And then he said, I don't know what he said, but he was being rude. I could have read all the messages, but I can't because I don't want it to be long. And then he said something rude and that he was like bored by it, or angry about it. And I was like, I know how you're sounding now is not okay, so I'm going to bring back your stuff. Right. So I thought it was going to be cool. I go bring back his stuff and then we're okay. Then this is what he said. You see, because I thought, why is he doing this? Like, why should we be doing this? Me getting the things that he got me, I giving back the things that, no, we did that out of love and that's it. It stays that way. So he's like, you still blow things out of proportion. Grow up, Modesta. I won't read the other part, but this one hits me. Grow up, Modesta. I'm like, okay. Please let me just drink some water. Thank God I have the Holy Spirit. Grow up? Are you talking to me? Grow up. I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to give you back the little photo and be the nice person and the mature person here, and you're telling me to grow up? Grow what? Grow up? Gosh, I wanted to respond to him. I wanted to tell him who has to grow up between us. I wanted to tell him how he needs to grow up. I wanted to tell him why he needs to grow up. I wanted to tell him at what rate he needs to grow up. I wanted to tell him, when and what time he needs to grow up and for how long he needs to grow up. I was mad. I was angry. I was angry. I was angry. So I wanted to respond to him, but then thank God for the Holy Spirit. I was about to type, and then I realized no, I'm not. My actions are not controlled by how he treats me or what he says to me. So here's what I'm going to do. From the start, I feel like he had me, and now you need to tell me to grow up. After all that you did, you are telling me to grow up. I took my phone, and then instead of responding all those things, saying all these things I wanted to say, I just said, okay, sorry. And then I blocked him. So, well, thank God for the Holy Spirit. Thank God for the Holy Spirit, because what I wanted to say, I would never take it back, and that was going to be bad. So I just said, okay, sorry, and I blocked him. And normally, I'm not someone who's going to block my exes and be like, block them, delete my Instagram, delete my whatever, YouTube, delete my Facebook, delete my Twitter. No, or block him. No, I'm not going to do that. Unless you annoy me, I'm not going to be blocking you, because I know that blocking you doesn't help me get over you. So it made me realize this is the reason why people hate their exes, because things happen after you break up. One, when you were together, you were fighting with each other, and then when you ended things, you were fighting with each other, and then after that, I have to be fighting with you. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're my ex, and you are my ex. So I want to tell you the reasons why you should not hate your ex. No matter what, it's not worth it to hate your ex. It's not worth it. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your emotions. It's not good for your peace, for your joy, for your next relationship, for you to be bitter over the last relationship. No, it's not. You don't need to hate them. You don't need to make them your enemy. Because number one, making your ex your enemy makes them too significant. Why should you be that significant to be my enemy? Imagine how much work that is to have an enemy. And I need to be thinking, just looking at you and be like, that's, his face, he's so ugly, I was better. And see him with his girlfriend and to be like, oh my God, is that her nose? Is that what he chose over me? Or something like that, looking at him, oh my gosh, she's not even like me. No, it's work. I'm not going to do that. And you don't need to do that, because, they're not your enemy, and it's not going to help you in any way for them to be your enemy. And then just, let them go. Secondly, it makes you restless. Imagine going through their Instagram and going through looking at what they're doing, looking at what they're doing in their lives, and what they posted today, why they posted their girlfriend, why they did this, that. It makes you restless. And the state that I want you to get is where you're peaceful, where you're happy, where you feel joyful and glad, and be able to move on if you need to move on. And then thirdly, it makes it difficult for you to get over him. If you're going to hate him, it makes it difficult for you to get over him. Make him your enemy, and he's going to control everything. He's going to control how you think, how you act. People are going to be stressed when they're already done with the relationship. They're going to be stressed. They're going to spend months crying and getting angry and bitter over how someone treated you. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I think I'm one of the nicest, sweetest, strongest exes one can have, if there's anything like that. Because I know that my happiness is not determined by, what my ex did to me. I know that I matter. I am important. I'm more important than an unsuccessful relationship. You are more important than a failed relationship. You're more important than that. You're more special than that. And, looking at it, I'm not, like I said, I'm not one person who's going to be banning your t-shirt. Gosh, I'm going to be waking up in the morning, throw that on, and never miss you. Because I've chosen it. I've chosen to let you go. And I'm not going to be blocking you and be like, no, I'm not going to be speaking to you. When I meet you in the streets, oh my gosh, I'm going to be the nicest person. Hello, how are you? And you're like going to be, I'm fine. And then I'm like, how is everything? How's life? How's your family? Oh, they're okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, congratulations. You now have a baby. Oh, yes. Congratulations. Oh my God, God is great. God is great. And don't you ever think I'm not going to wear those heels that you bought for me. No, unless I choose to give them to someone, not because we broke up. I'm going to take them, put them on, and remember, this is no longer my boyfriend, but I love those shoes. So I'm going to put them on. I'm going to carry that handbag with me, put on that top, make my hair, slide to church, and praise my Lord. Be singing, I'm gonna dance and praise Him. It doesn't, even if you are there, I'm going to have a good time because my happiness is not determined by what happened. Imagine your ex is probably there where he is happy with who he is. But I mean, it hurts. He had you, but I mean, the person who's most hurt by unforgiveness is you. They're happy. They're in their happiest state, and you're there always angry and bitter about them. No, don't waste your energy on hating on your ex. It is not worth it. You are important, you are special. It is not worth it. Don't be forced to, say things to them, be angry at them, be shouting at them, be, getting crying over them. No, they're not worth it. Don't hate them. Move on with your life. Be happy, be joyful. Find things that make you happy, and you will soon get over it. Imagine you were born, probably you met them at 20, you met them at 25. You lived all those 20 years without them, and now because they're gone, you think your life is ending. And I'm going to ask you these 3 questions. Number 1, did this ex murder you? Did he murder you, or did she murder you? I mean, if he did or if she did, oh my gosh, he is so evil, she is so evil. And if he did that, I want you to stand up, on your skeleton, because I'm thinking you're dead, on your skeleton, and walk to the police station. Go and report them. Go and report them right now. You get there and you say, I am the bones of John Smith. I'm here to report a case, a murder case. I feel ashamed of myself. But anyway, I'm saying he didn't murder you. He didn't murder your mother. He didn't murder your brother. He didn't murder your sister. Let them go, because the person who's most hurt by unforgiveness is you. So be happy, stay happy, and stay productive. This is the end, guys. I just want to encourage you to get over things that are hard for you, and just know that you're special. You are important, and your happiness is not determined by who does what to you. They're your ex, they're gone, they're happy, they're married, they're like this. Live your life and be happy. And don't think about them. Don't be bitter about them. Let them go. Let them off your chest. I hope this video was great for you. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed, stay productive, and stay happy. Thank you so much. Bye.